Hej, já vás tady vítám, dámy a pánové, u další části hry Zaklínač 3, divoký hon, na datadisk o Víně a Krvi. Já se moc omlouvám, že nevyšel další díl tady z téhle série. Bohužel jsem musel čekat takhle dlouho do té doby, než jsem si mohl teda pořídit nový zařízení. Ano, je to tak, bohužel. A bohužel to tak, že jsem tuhle hru dlouho nehrál. A tak jsem si musel vzpomenout, co a jak. Přišel jsem na to, že jsme zabili v minulé části obra, dostali jsme se do té vesnice, tady jsme bojovali s tou upírkou. A my máme zajít za kněžnou. Já si myslím, že budeme pokračovat v hlavním úkolu. Hru jsem mohl dát na nejvyšší detaily, no, na ultra dokonce. Vidíte, že pohled je úplně nádherný. Za tuhle grafiku fakt moc děkuju. No, byla to investice taková, kterou jsem si i nemohl dovolit, ale musel jsem. Takže tak. Nic, nebudu to ale okecávat. Nebojte, skrz to na Far Cry nepřijdete, akorát jsem zkoušel, tak mě zmizela čeština, no teda spíš napůl čeština. Dubbing šel do angličtiny, texty anglicky, musím to nahrávat znova, takže musím se dostat tam, kde jsem skončil minule. Takže než vyjde další video, tak to bude chvíličku trvat. Tak jo, já to nebudu dál okecávat a jdeme na to, doufám, že to nebude sekat, nemělo by. Neskoušel jsem to, uvidíme na druhou stranu. No, je to kousek, takže klepnu nebudeme potřebovat. Jinak děkuji za podporu k tohohle kanálu, za odběr, lajky. Snad to bude všechno v pořádku, bude se na to koukat, když tak to ještě trošku upravím, vidím, že se ještě dokreslují nějaké textury. Ale když zaběhnu semka na kraj, tak myslím, že to bude nádherný, no jo, na tu vesničku a na to. No jo, nádhera. No podívejte se na to. To je krása. Ty jo, ale tamhle je polednice, nebo co to je? Tak tam nejdu. No, něco se dokresluje, ale jinak. Já si myslím, že v pohodě.
Need to speak to the Duchess urgently. All right, you scamps.
Moment, nic neslyšíme. Já teda určitě ne. Zvuky. Zkusíme takhle.
Go find your parents.
But the Pomerine, what about the story of Ritik and the dragon?
Our tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of...
Ještě trochu, protože já vážně se slyším. Já nevím proč, ale vůbec nic neslyším. Máme na 70.
The master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
No, co dáme? Tak dvojku určitě ne. Protože jsme viděli, že silnější level, co jsme měli, tak jsme porazili taky. Ale jo.
Yeah, virtue always wins.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain and he wins.
The cutter of Casteldacia, too.
Moral victory, that's what counts.
Rubbish.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
Tak jdem.
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
No, budeme se pokračovat po hodinovkách.
But not quite. As you will soon see.
Ale ne,
Someone's
tu
gonna fight a
znají.
Shalmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down.
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw a spectacle of the sort at the arena in Nunwood. There, a knight defeated a Shelmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shalmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a Witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shalmar. And that's not even every Witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd, plain irresponsible. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Nevím, co to za šum, asi ta hra. To zkusím ještě okolní tým trošičku stáhnout. Ještě trochu zesilný zvuk.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Dobrý, ten šakl si s ním poradí, si myslím. Jak se jmenuje. Ty rolničky taky není dobrý.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Uh-oh. A do prdele.
We have to help him.
akorát to polština, no, furt tam není. Jasnej šakal. A jak na něj? To ne. Tohle teda ne. Dobře, že on zlít na zádech, jo? Výborně. Ne, napomeň. No, tak to bude blbej boj. No tak.
Drink up the ocean and set fire to the wood, for nothing in this struggle can come to any good.
Uskoč, Geralt, uskoč. No, pojď sem, takhle, šakle, pojď. Jo, dobrý, takhle to půjde. To není dobrý. Pojď. Skoč. Jo, dobrý. To jsme asi dali. Jo, vypadá to, že jo.
The Shelmar lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Já bych se oholit.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly, honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
No tak jo, no.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No, a bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Nevždy.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But, Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feast-goers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later, on his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Five virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed the knightly team. It was years ago, but...
Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
Do prdele.
Your Grace!
Ne jo. To není dobrý.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward!
No a samozřejmě... Doufám, že mám shift.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Tak to bylo dobrý. Zvědavý kam... Je vlastně... Ty vole, ale já to tady neznám, jo, ty krávo, takže v klidu.
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
No, takže se to vyostřuje hlavně.
This way! Through town! Try not to lose your way! Sharp right! Take care!
Ty vole, to se s tím taky nesere.
Let's follow her. Follow the Jacassa. Look, it's her. It's her.
Pojede po něm, ty vole.
Clear the way, I said.
some rogue?
Is this part of the game?
Dark secrets takes you from a fairy tale.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Dobrá, kněžna. Počkej, Ičko. Já chci akorát nějaký žrádlo, protože to je prdeli. Kuře. Ty vole, místo čeho jsem dal? Kočka. Vylepšený med, puštík. Dáme to za puštíka. Ale já potřebuju. Jo, dobrý.
A fruitful hunt to you, Witcher.
Dobrý. Nechce se mi padl lektvary a teďka není čas na meditačku.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
No, tak to je pičí. Ježdamane. Naděje jednorožce na mytíně. No, krása. Tak jo, ještě uděláme tohle. Já to trochu prodloužím, protože jsme dlouho Zaklínače neměli. Na jednorožce budu potřebovat asi jabko? Ty vole, tak teďka nevím.
Tickle me. Knock something back and wipe that frightening grimace off your face.
Unicorns are thought to like music, but this is no true unicorn.
Co to kurva je? Jo.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey, folks. Gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Jabko, pičo. Teď ti nevyjde, Geralt, potřebuješ fakt to jabko. A do prdele. Jo, pamlsek. Kde mám do prdele najít? Nějaký pamlsek. Okvětněný to asi těžko. Jo, tamhle je ten blbeček. Aha, že by?
Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse.
No, ale já nepotřebuji tady blbosti, tak. Jdeme, Geralte. Je ten blbý jednorožec.
Almost had it. An apple. Yum yum.
Že by?
Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
No výborně, tak ty kačte tu zlatou rybu.
one were to call a state courageous,
Ne. Dobrý.
what other part of the state would one have in mind?
Jo, takže já to jsem tady tudy.
That which fights and goes to war on the state's behalf. No one would ever think of any other.
Dobře, tak tady tudy ne.
Do monsters have mamas and
Or in
papas?
pain, under the influence of desire or fear.
Yet how might we relate this to knights?
When Her Grace the Duchess knights
A jo, tady.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
That's not it at all. It was to be golden.
Ach jo, tak já budu muset vážně do vody, jo.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way
Cečko.
to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Ne. Ne, karamel nějaký hnusnej. A to byl třetí, ne? To už nějaká tamhle ta. Ne. No, jak kdybych to neříkal. Hej!
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
Geralte, nebuď tak drsnej.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
No proto.
Why, you
Kněžna,
bumbucks,
fajn.
wretch.
He's ruined the
Jo, tak se jen zaplavat, no.
Disgraceful.
Ale to jako podnebí a grafika, to je úplně nádhera. To vám říkám, tyjo, jsem spokojený. Ne to, co jsem pořídil, jako s pomocí, jako to zase to musím přiznat. Ale fakt nádhera, to se jako musí uznat. Dámy a pánové, jako to vám doufám, že máte stejnou radost jako já, pak se na to dá koukat.
What precisely is
Nebejneme tak kněžnou. A kdyby to byla jednička, tak už u tady šuká.
Enough for wine and women?
Už to tady upíchal a
Thrown on an empty stomach. Dreadful.
už je z toho karčičanda.
But your grace,
No buts.
Kde je ta kráva?
wish only.
No dobrý, stačí takhle.
Please, your grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
Ty vole, teďka nevím. Ty vole. Nemám tušení, jo.
Too cryptic, this riddle. Got no idea what it's talking about.
Then be silent and let me think. Look, if we take Rome, Hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
No.
Wait here.
Ty vole, tak tohle udělat normálně, tak má asi zlomený všechno.
What was that?
Tak normálně by to nepřeskočil. No, tak tohle bude hodně v prdeli. No, hodil mě do hry, ne?
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that? I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I've but one victim left, but you'll not get the chance.
No, ty seš ale hnusák.
Let you kill again.
No, to chce to. Tady trošku uklikáme. Zla.
What now, you piece of filth?
Já vím, že tady to se asi vyhrát nedá. Au. Hnusnej parchante. No, ono mi to stoplo. Ale vyhrál bych. Kdyby mi to nestoplo.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
No to si děláš prdel.
It's me.
Regis? You all right?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a
Regis.
column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn, though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry, I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter, regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine, which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent, one they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Tak, omlouvám se za střih. Já jsem k tomu důvod, hnedka vám to řeknu. Takže se máme setkat s Regisem, hezký na hřbitově, Regis. No, tak... To bude ještě zajímavý s Regisem. A dá se říct, že... Geralt byl i hodně rád, že ho viděl. No. Kdo zná příběh Zaklínače, tak asi ví, kdo byl Regis. S Geraltem se znají už, no, hodně let. A... No. Já si myslím, že asi s Regisem se uvidíme až příště. Dámy a pánové, příště znamená i to, že tohle video bude vycházet 24.12. Takže chtěl bych moc popřát všem pěkný Vánoce, krásný svátky. Nevím, jestli do nového ještě dovíde ještě video. Chtěl bych ho stihnout, ale já jdu ještě 27., 28. a 29. do práce. Bohužel dělám moc zásilkovny, takže je toho moc. Takže proto to říkám, tečka. Tohle video mělo být už před 2 dnama, bohužel se tak nestalo. Takže já vám moc děkuju za tenhle rok, ten byl pro mě úžasný. Moc se z vás sešlo. Doufám, že do nového roku po novém roce se vás sejde ještě víc. Bude tady toho moc. Tak jo? Nechám ještě vidět ještě další video, takový jenom kecací, co no, uvidíte, co v nich. Já vám děkuji za sledování, děkuji za podporu toho kanálu. Já se tady s vámi loučím. Konečně máme tady Geralta zpátky a v příštím partu nazdar.